Hi, my name is Ginger, and I'm making this video for in honor of National Grief Awareness Day, which is August the 30th, 2015. And I just wanted to share with you my experience with grief after the loss of my oldest child, Jamie. Jamie was my best friend. She was everything to me. We grew up together. I had her when I was relatively young, so we grew up together. She was more than my child. Like I said, she was my best friend. We were together every day. She would come over every single day, and we'd watch TV together. We loved music, and she grew up with the oldies music, and so she loved that music, and I would put on the music, and we would dance around and sing and just sit and listen to music for hours. And we did everything together. We were like the two musketeers. We even celebrated our birthdays together. Her birthday was June the 1st, and mine was June the 4th, and every year we always had our birthday parties together. So she was my everything. And she started getting sick in April of 2008. She she wasn't feeling well before that. Her arm had been hurting her really bad, but the doctor thought maybe it was she thought it was tendonitis, so she gave her some pain medicine, and she dealt with that for about 5 or 6 months, the arm pain. And then in April 2008, she was having some problems. She had a cold, she thought. She had a sore throat, and her chest was hurting her, and she had a cough, but she became concerned when she started coughing up blood, so she decided to go to the doctor, thinking that maybe she had pneumonia. And the doctor did some x-rays and came back and told Jamie that she was concerned because she saw some raised spots on her lungs. And now she was even more concerned and wondering if the arm pain was related to the lungs, the raised spots on the lungs. Because 2 years prior to this, Jamie had a mole removed, and it was melanoma. But they said they got it all and that everything was okay. But the doctor was wondering if maybe the arm pain was related somehow to the raised spots on the lungs. She thought maybe her melanoma had came back. So she ordered tests immediately, and we got the devastating news that Jamie had metastatic melanoma. It had spread to her bones. It was in her lungs, on her adrenal gland, pretty much everywhere. And I'll never forget the day we received the word. We got the diagnosis. I remember Jamie just falling to the ground, and she fell to the ground as she was getting out of the car, and she just was beating her fist in the dirt, and she was crying, "I don't want to die, Mommy. I don't want to die." And it's all I could do is take her in my arms. I went down to the ground with her, and I just took her in my arms and held her and cried with her. I felt so helpless. I felt like I was helpless. I couldn't fix this for my baby. And she went downhill really fast. She started getting really sick. Her blood started she needed blood transfusions, and her blood count got really low really fast. She just went downhill really fast. She got on hospice, and she didn't want anybody to take care of her but me. She asked me if I would take care of her. She knew I would do everything I could because of the love I had for her, that I would do everything I could to keep her relatively pain-free, and I did. I tried my best. I moved in with her. They got her a hospital bed, and I moved in with her, and I slept in the same room with her, and I gave her medicines around the clock. I woke up before the alarm even... I set the alarm to go off because I was afraid I would sleep through and wouldn't give her medicine on time. But the funny thing is I would wake up every time before the alarm even went off. Jamie would lay in bed and just wait for me to wake up. And she says, Mama, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you always wake up before the alarm even goes off. And I told her, I said, Jamie, it's because I love you so much. It's because you're my baby. And I want to do my best for you. And it's that mother's thing that we do when our child needs us. And that's what I did. I would wake up before the alarm even went off. And I made sure she had her medicines. It was so hard watching her go downhill. I tried not to break down in front of her. I didn't want her to see me cry, because I knew if she saw me cry that she would lose it. And I was trying to be strong for her. I wanted to show her that I was strong for her. But I had my moments. I would wait until I knew she was sound asleep, and I would go outside at night. And I would just scream up to the heavens, and I would cry out to God. And I would beg God not to take her from me. I would beg God to heal her. I would beg God to heal my baby. I would ask him to take me and not her. I would gladly go through all that she was going through if he would just spare her. But I didn't let her see me cry. I had to be strong for her. At the same time, I was going through dealing with the death of my child. My youngest daughter, Kayla, has a neuromuscular disease, and her feet were getting so atrophied and deformed that the doctor told us that she needed surgery or she wasn't going to be walking much longer. And so here I was dealing with the death of my child, trying to take care of her, and yet I had to be there for Kayla. So Kayla's surgery was scheduled June the 13th. And I left Jamie in the hands of family members for one day so I could go to the hospital and be with Kayla when she had her surgery. After Kayla had her surgery, I went back with Jamie. I sent Kayla home with my husband because I knew he would take good care of her. Her daddy, she's a daddy's girl, and he took very good care of her. And I went back to Jamie to take care of her. Well, June 15th, early that morning, Jamie died in my arms. I held her as she took her last breath. I can't tell you what that felt like, watching the life go out of my baby. Watching the life go out of her. It was the most devastating thing. But I was there. I was there when she took her last breath. I went home and I pretty much locked myself away in the room. I did what I needed to do for Kayla, and I took her to her doctor's appointments and did the things she needed me to do, but most of the time I just stayed in my room. I just wanted to be alone. I was angry at God, angry at the world, angry at life, and I just didn't care. Even the first Christmas without her, I didn't even want to celebrate it. I didn't even buy a tree. My sister, she decided we needed a tree, so she went out and bought us a little 2-foot tall, white, pitiful looking tree with decorations on it and brought it to the house. But I didn't even care to celebrate. I was just so sad. My Christmas was going to be blue without her. We on Christmas Day, I really pretty much drug myself up to get through the day. I took whatever I could take. I didn't want to kill myself. I just wanted to dull the pain. And so, actually, I slept all day on Christmas. All day. Well, it has been hard. It's been 7 years. And I can tell you I've had my ups and downs. I can tell you that it hasn't been easy. I can tell you that my family members thought I was going to die right along with her. They didn't think I would make it. somehow I made it through. I think because Kayla needs me. I mean, she has had 14 surgeries in the past 7 years. She has had, basically, that's an average of 2 surgeries a year for the last 7 years. And I think I had to be strong for her and my son, and that's what got me through. It's been 7 years and I still have good days and bad days. I still grieve sometimes. Something will happen, or a song will come on, or a movie, or something, and it feels like she just died today. But I know I'm getting a little better because now I can think of her and I don't always cry. I have times where I can remember the good times and even smile and laugh at the silly things we used to do. So I know it's getting better. I know, but you see, I don't think the grief ever goes away. I think we just learn ways to deal with it, ways to cope, ways to get through life. The pain is still there. We just learn ways to get through it. So I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, grief is a personal thing. Not everybody grieves the same way. You're going to have those moments when you just break down and you just crumble. But as the years go by, it does get easier to cope. It never, ever goes away. But you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see, and you can make new memories with your family. You can make new memories, and you don't have to feel guilty about smiling and laughing. And I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, don't give up. Just know that you have family that loves you. You have family that needs you. You have family that depends on you. And you need to draw from their strength when you're weak. And let them draw from your strength when they're weak. Thank you, and God bless you.